Mark Beretta is in sports guru heaven in Atlanta.
It really is, Koshi. Hey, guys. Yes, Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful spot. Of course, the US Masters is happening just down the road at Augusta. This is Centennial Olympic Park. You know, it's been almost 21 years since I came here to the Olympic Games, so it's great to be back in this city, and a great monument here to those Centennial Olympic Games of 1996 here in Atlanta. Let's check your sports scores from overnight, and Brisbane's 32-8 demolition of the Roosters may have come at a cost, with halfback Ben Hunt set to undergo scans to reveal the extent of a hamstring injury that saw him limp off early in the second half. Apart from Hunt's injury, a healthy Suncorp Stadium crowd went home satisfied as the Broncos finally hit their rhythm in attack. They powered on 5-2 to hand the Roosters their second straight defeat. Gary Ablett insists he's fully committed to the Gold Coast Suns, despite requesting a trade back to Geelong last year. The 2 times Brownlow medalist says he's happy at the Gold Coast and attributes his personal reasons for the desire to return home to Victoria. The 32-year-old has even revealed that he would contemplate retirement at the end of the season to make it happen. Winks might be nearly unbackable in the eyes of punters, but she faces a bogey race at the championships tomorrow. The Queen Elizabeth Stakes has a history of bringing down some of the best horses, including Octagonal in 1997 and Lonhro in 2004, who both finished second. Meanwhile, trainer Chris Waller says a minor hoof complaint won't be enough to trouble the mighty mare. All right, guys, it is quite amazing in this city. So much going on here, as well as all the sport that's here. Of course, you've got the Falcons recovering from Super Bowl earlier in the year. You've got the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA. You've got the Braves in baseball. And, of course, Atlanta United in football. We've also got the home of CNN right here as well, right beside the park. And Chris Hemsworth is in town at the moment filming The Avengers. So, yeah, he's in town as well. So there's a little piece of Australia here. Going to meet some more Aussies in the next half hour as well.
You gonna go and have a beer with you? With Thor?
Yeah, we'll catch up.
Oh, he'd be off the beers if he's doing Thor.
Oh.
Yeah, he's on chicken salad at the moment to keep that figure.
Can't Thor like move mountains with one hand and drink a beer with the other?
Maybe.
Right.
It looks as though it could be the place to be, and if you want to go to Atlanta, just like Brett's, here's how. Flying comfortably on United Airlines 787 Dreamliner, you'll have 4 nights in the sensational 4-star Western Peachtree Plaza, located right in the heart of the city's attractions.
Prices start from $2,209. Return to book. Head to flightcentre.com or call 131 600.
Here's Brett's with your sport, appropriately in Atlanta, where the Masters is on at the moment.
Kosh, exactly right. Augusta's just down the road a couple of hours. That's where the Masters is at the moment. This is a great sporting city, so let's get you up to date. Sydney and Collingwood will look to open their accounts this season when the 2 winless sides clash at the SCG tonight. Meanwhile, Gary Ablett has revealed 2017 could be his last season of AFL football. The 32-year-old has made no secret of his desire to move home to Victoria, and if the Suns chose to enforce his contract next season, he may contemplate retirement. As revealed by 7, Cronulla coach Shane Flanagan last night visited Canterbury's Josh Reynolds at his home, fueling speculation the Bulldogs 5'8" might link up with the Sharks next year. Flanagan is a close family friend of Reynolds and has made no secret that he'd be keen to bring the off-contract playmaker to the Premiers, even more so now that the Sharks believe they've conceded defeat to Newcastle in the battle for Jack Bird's signature. Drama already at Augusta, with Dustin Johnson ruling himself out of the US Masters without hitting a ball. The world number 1 withdrew due to a back injury suffered yesterday when he slipped down the stairs at his rented accommodation. Meanwhile, Jason Day leads a 5-man Australian contingent in round 1. 2013 champion Adam Scott to make his 16th appearance, while 20-year-old amateur Curtis Luck makes his first at Augusta National. All the action of the Masters is live and free on 7 Mate. Well, guys, a couple of Aussies representing us well here are Neville and Stuart from the Australian Bakery Cafe. Neville, you've been here a little while. You do the pies, the sausage rolls, the great hot cross buns. What do the Americans make of those?
Oh, they love it. It's very similar to a lot of the American cuisine, and they've taken to it really well. So
And what about an Aussie living here in Atlanta? What's it like being in this city?
it's a great fun. Normally the weather's really nice, except for today, but it's a beautiful spot. It's a very cosmopolitan place. There's lots of Aussies and English, South Africans.
And they love their pies and sausage
They love
rolls.
their pies and sausage rolls, and it's a beautiful live in the South.
Awesome. Good to see you guys. Keep up the good work. There you go, some Aussies at work here in Atlanta.
Oh, that's great. Spreading the Aussie culinary culture.
You can
as
go
they
anywhere
say.
in the world and find a meat pie.
Yep,
Just about.
perfect. All right, thank you, Craig. Here's Brett's in Atlanta.
We're at World of Coca-Cola this morning, taking a look around Atlanta, and of course this incredible establishment where thousands of Australians come every year to try and discover the secret of that magical drink. But first, AFL star Gary Ablett has hinted that he could hang up the boots at the end of this season in his bid to return home to Victoria. Ablett's trade request for this year was denied by the AFL club. With him being contracted at the Suns next year as well, he may choose to retire. The West Tigers are still coming to terms with Mitchell Moses signing a deal with Parramatta, and now they could be dealt a bigger blow with James Tedesco set to follow him out the door. Tedesco is the signature they prize most, but the fullback has revealed the ongoing boardroom dramas at the Tigers has taken a toll, and with the Roosters and Bulldogs circling, he admits the rival offers are pretty tempting. Nick Kyrgios will spearhead Australia's Davis Cup charge when their quarter-final tie against the United States starts later on today in Brisbane. The world number 16 has been drawn against the towering John Isner, but Jordan Thompson will hit the court first when he takes on the United States' highest-ranked player, Jack Sock. You can catch all the Davis Cup Day 1 action. It's live and free. It's across the 7 network a little bit later on today. Guys, quite an experience to come here to the home of Coca-Cola. Of course, Atlanta is the city where Coca-Cola was founded, and here, behind this vault, is where the secret lies. It's a great experience. You come in here, you get to meet the Coca-Cola bear, you get inside, have a look at the vault, learn the history of the world's most famous drink, which is in 500 different versions right around the world. But a beautiful city, and great to be back in Atlanta on a gorgeous sunny day as well.
Yeah, all right, Brett, thank you for that.
Very cool.
That's
actually.
decent security for the recipe, isn't
Well,
it?
it has to be. You wouldn't want to nick the Coke recipe. Can you
No.
imagine if Pepsi got hold of it? What could happen?
Or Putin. That would start a Cold War. Wouldn't
Pepsi
it?
or
Forget-
Putin?
Yeah. Pepsi or Putin.
Yeah, guys, we've made our way to World of Coca-Cola here in Atlanta, and this is all the different Coca-Cola flavours from around the world. There are over 500 different makes of Coca-Cola beverages around the world. We're going to taste some in just a sec, but first, the Broncos could be left counting the cost of their 32-6 demolition of the Roosters at Suncorp Stadium last night. Brisbane jumped out of the blocks, and with a try in the 5th minute before the Roosters responded soon after with their only points of the match. From there, it was pretty much all one-way traffic. But it wasn't all good news for the Broncos. Ben Hunt limped off with a hamstring injury in the 49th minute. Now with me is Jackie Wansley from Coca-Cola. Jack, a fantastic place to come to.
Great.
Tell me about all these different flavours.
We've got a number of different beverages for our guests to try, roughly arranged by continent. So if you can't take a trip around the world, you can at least take your taste buds for a nice little excursion when you're here with us.
Right, let's
so
do that.
you've landed at the Latin America Totem,
Yeah.
and you've got some great beverages that I want you to try. Inca Cola.
Cola's the one from that's
India.
big in India and Peru.
Yes. Take a sniff before you try it. What do you think it smells like?
It's almost a bit creamy soda.
Yes. And then taste it. It's a little bit different than you might
It is,
think.
isn't it? Yeah, that's good. I
Yeah.
like it. Now, Jackie, tell me, is the recipe for Coca-Cola as closely a guarded secret as we think?
Well, our guests here at the World of Coca-Cola get closer than ever before to the guarded secret, and it is in a vault here at the World of Coca-Cola. We moved it here in December of 2011.
So it really is secret.
It is secret, and again, if I knew the secret, I wouldn't be here with you. I would be
Laid up on a beach.
living large on a beach somewhere, but
Awesome.
yes, it is.
Jackie, good to see you. Thanks
Good
very
to
much.
see you too.
Guys, it's a fantastic attraction. It's right here to put in perspective. We're pretty much in the heart of Atlanta. So for those who are here in 96 for the Olympics, Centennial Olympic Park, we're just off that. It's a great spot to come and see. We've bumped into plenty of Aussies here today as well.
Good on you, Brett. Thank you for that.
Yes.
There you go. The different tastes there.
Let's go to Barrett's. He has sport from Atlanta today.
This is quite incredible. Would you believe this tank is the size of a football field? It's about 24 million litres of water. We're at the Georgia Aquarium here, the largest aquarium in the United States, the second largest in the world, and it's fair to say they have everything and a lot of big fish too. We're going to take a look at some whale sharks hopefully shortly. But in the meantime, the Broncos could be left counting the cost of their 32-8 demolition of the Roosters at Suncorp Stadium last night. Brisbane jumped out of the blocks with a try in the 5th minute before the Roosters responded soon after with their only points of the match. From there, it was all one-way traffic. But it wasn't all good news for the Broncos. Ben Hunt limped off with a hamstring injury in the 49th minute. Gold Coast Suns star Gary Ablett has revealed he won't rule out retirement in 2018 in his bid to return home to Victoria. The Suns denied Ablett a trade request for this year, and with him being contracted at the AFL club next year as well, he may choose to hang up the boots. Trainer Chris Waller says a minor hoof complaint won't stop Wondermere Winks from chasing her 17th straight victory in tomorrow's $4 million Queen Elizabeth Stakes at Randwick. Victory could see her earnings, rocket past the $12 million mark, second only to Makybe Diva. You can catch the championships from Randwick. They are live and free on 7 on Saturday. What an amazing place. Megan Fisher is with us from the aquarium here. Have a look at that. A whale shark comes by right on cue, Megan. Well done with that. It's incredible to see them in the tank here because in Australia, they're out in the wild. We don't get to see them. That's quite remarkable.
Absolutely. We're very fortunate to have 4 whale sharks here at Georgia Aquarium. For guests that might not get to see a whale shark ever in their life, they are able to come here to Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta and get to see these whale sharks up close and personal. It's a really special moment for them.
And it's such a big aquarium. It's not just about the exhibits. You're also doing an important role in conservation as well.
Absolutely. So while guests are able to come here to Atlanta and see manta rays and whale sharks and thousands of other fish, we not only do work here at home in Atlanta, but also out in the wild as well. We have whale shark researchers that travel around the world to Mexico, Galapagos, St. Helena to do important research work out in the wild as well to help us learn more about these animals and how we can help protect them for generations to come.
And you do great stuff in rescue and rehabilitation as well, which is fantastic.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thanks for having us today.
Absolutely, glad you're here.
Guys, it's an amazing experience, I've got to say, to see whale sharks straight through the window there. I've never seen them up this close before, so it's amazing. Biggest aquarium in the United States, second biggest in the world, and right here in the heart of Atlanta.
Who knew there was so much going on in Atlanta?
Huge.
Only
isn't it?
Barrett's could ferret all
Fabulous.
that out.
Yep.
Barrett's, let's go to you. You have sport from Atlanta today.
Hey guys, we're inside the Georgia Aquarium. It is the largest aquarium in the United States and the second largest in the world. And we're at the coral wall here. You can see absolutely beautiful. And they're using the coral here to replant and reinvigorate coral that's been destroyed throughout Florida. So it's a living, breathing, important part of the marine infrastructure. Fantastic to see. Well, let's see your sports news. The Broncos could be left counting the cost of their 32-8 demolition of the Roosters at Suncorp Stadium last night. Brisbane jumped out of the blocks with a try in the 5th minute before the Roosters responded soon after with their only points of the match. From there, it was all pretty much one-way traffic. It hasn't been all good news for the Broncos. Ben Hunt limped off with a hamstring injury in the 49th minute. Gold Coast star Gary Ablett has revealed he won't rule out retirement in 2018 in his bid to return home to Victoria. The Suns denied Ablett a trade request for this year, and with him being contracted at the AFL club next year also, he may choose to hang up the boots. Trainer Chris Waller says a minor hoof complaint won't stop Wondermere Winks from chasing her 17th straight victory at tomorrow's $4 million Queen Elizabeth Stakes at Randwick. Victory could see her earnings rocket past the $12 million mark, second only to Makybe Diva. You can catch the championships from Randwick. They are live and free on 7 on Saturday. It is quite amazing to be here. It is sort of like a window into the Great Barrier Reef, if you like. It is remarkable, the colours and the combinations of fish. But here you are right in the heart of Atlanta, this fantastic city that hosted the Centennial Olympic Games in 1996, has this incredible aquarium here to come and visit as well.
Brett's has really made the most of it, hasn't he?
He loves it,
Fabulous to see it.